Hi, and welcome to Silly Girl Trips, and thank you for joining me as I journey through the trips of my life. And we're gonna get right to it. So today, I have decided to start 2021 by sharing self growth and how to begin your journey and finding out or figuring out how to grow, within yourself in this new year. It's a continuous thing, so it's something that I've done in the past, but a lot of people I have realized really don't know where to start. And so I get a lot of questions every time I run into somebody or, I have conversations. So I thought I would start making videos about it. So we are going to start off this video by just starting off and sharing what it is that I do or I did continuously to grow within myself, and it really affects everything that that I'm about, not only my personal, my business, my financial, everything, myself, but self love and self worth really plays a big deal in growing and bettering myself every time and every year, right? So, best resolution I could share with you is self growth. So, we're going to get right into it. So, the first thing, of course, that you want to do is, and I have made some notes because I can sidetrack, so I'll make sure that I stay focused. So, first thing is, getting to know yourself and loving you. First question you want to really want to ask yourself is before diving into any type of goals or anything like that is really self-reflection and asking yourself, do how do I feel about myself? Do I love myself? Do I respect myself? And here's the thing, besides answering those questions, like, you always want to ask why, after you get the answer. Like, do I love myself? No. Yes or no. If I say yes, why? If I say no, why? You know what I mean? And those are really good things to come back to. It will help you later, definitely, and it'll help you during, as well. The better that you know yourself. Also, you want to ask yourself who, besides who you are, ask yourself who you're not. You know what I mean? A lot of people tend to forget to ask that. Who am I not and why? And then write down a list of the pros and the cons of why that is. You know what I mean? And the same thing with, who you are. And then you want to write down who you aspire to be. Like what characters or characteristics that you want to attain within yourself to achieve that. You know what I mean? So you got to start asking the whys. This is how you start your blueprint, sort of say, in self growth. And so that's what we're going to start off with in our first video. And some of the questions that you really want to ask yourself to really, if you're like, what kind of questions? You know what I do? I Google it. I Google or Pinterest, or do whatever it is. There are like questions to ask yourself, to know yourself better. And simply ask yourself, do you love yourself? Is a good start. Do you love your family and why? And do you not love, if you don't love your family, why not? You know what I mean? What do you love to do? What would you love to do, every day? Why and why not? So the whys, these questions are always what you want to start off with. And even during the process, that's really what you're going to continuously ask yourself. But what you're going to find out as you go through your self growth is those questions are going to start changing later on, as you grow and attain more of who you are. And getting to know yourself first is the skeleton. Like, you have to get to know yourself, and then that way you get to know your weaknesses and your strengths. Excuse me, sorry, my computer here. So that way you get to know your weaknesses and your strength. Like I said, you can utilize your strengths to carry you through your weaknesses, so for example, me yabbering a lot or going off subject, staying off focus is something my mental illness just naturally takes over and does, regardless of how hard sometimes I try. So what I have done to help myself through that is as you can see, I'm reading off. I write things down. So if I get sidetracked, all I have to do is go back to what I wrote, and then I know, okay, come back, silly girl. Go on to the next thing. And so that way I can address all the things that I need to address, before I go on to my tantrum, whatever's. But with that, that is actually what we're going to end up with today. Your homework, if you are trying to, go on this path, self growth path, is definitely asking those questions. Who you are, who you are not, why and why not, the pros and the cons, and who it is that you aspire to be, no matter who that is. Just be very honest and raw with your answers, because you are helping you. Well, thank you again for joining me. God bless you all. Deuces, I am out. Much love. Bye.